Hey everybody, it's the Abstractionist. I am here with part 3 of this herbalism series about ingredients and herbs and figuring out what I like. This is going to be, I think, a 4-part series as far as like the different categories. And it's building up to me talking about having a materia medica and exploring herbalism, but kind of doing it my way. And so this is a jump off also of another video that I did when I talked about ways to explore herbalism. Would be to explore the things that are in your use in your vicinity through hair care, skin care, and things like that. Most likely and more likely because you probably have some sort of resonance with it. You kind of have some sort of appreciation for a lot of the products that you have in your beauty counter, particularly the ones that you like, and as a result you may be more interested in studying herbalism if you are using those products actively in your life or have used them in the past. You might be a little bit more curious about the ingredients of something that you're actually interacting with on a daily basis. So with that being said, we're gonna get into skincare. I have a bunch of stuff sitting here on this kitchen table, and once I finish it, this will be basically all gone. And the last part I have to do, I'm going to get a paper bag because the other one that I'm holding the rest of this junk in is kind of gunky. So I need one, so when I finish talking about these things, I can just throw them away. Or throw them in the bag, rather. Got the paper bag. Let's start. So let's just, I don't have any like real category. I guess we can start with like maybe toners. It might be a little bit easier to go through stuff like this. Toners, essences, serums, shit like that. So my skin, the reason I got into skincare is because my skin actually was kind of problematic when I was younger. I was acneic and I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. It's gotten better over the years. In person, it shows up a lot more. On this camera, my skin looks fucking flawless. But in person, I can see the hyperpigmentation, especially around here. But it was a lot worse with a lot of acne scarring. My chin still has a whole bunch of acne scarring and stuff like that because I'm a pimple popper also. So I like things that brighten, I like things that work on it. What I've learned is that I can't take things that are too harsh, that are trying to do away at the oil. Mainly because my skin ends up having like cystic acne, or it ends up just kind of reacting bad to it, or it gets dried out or something like that. So I've tried quite a few bit of toners, and I kind of just figure the ones that I do like, but I'm going to just share the ones that I was interested in at one point in time. So we have Shea Terra, Kenyan Dakara, frankincense, hydrosol. Now another thing with dealing with skincare is you get to kind of notice a lot of different formulas because you're using a lot of different product like types or whatever. You get to learn about a lot of different formulas. So I kind of would want to know what a hydrosol is, what makes it different from a toner, because it technically isn't classified as a toner. It's described as like a natural toner, but in bold, you know, the bigger letters, hydrosol. And what is a hydrosol and what are the properties of a hydrosol? And so this basically was just something I sprayed on my face in the beginning of the day, kind of like a toner. And the thing that I was really drawn to was the frankincense. Now, I had frankincense essential oil at some point, and I was really drawn to it. I would like to explore frankincense and incense, resin, and essential oil blends, particularly like perfume and body care. I don't know if I would use it on my skin like face anymore, but I'm really interested in, so wouldn't necessarily repurchase this, but I'm interested in the frankincense and kind of where you can get good frankincense. I know frankincense is one of those essential oils, resins that like is very coveted and prized, and having a good quality frankincense makes all the difference. So those. Next we have This Cocoa Kind Raspberry Vinegar Toner, I found that this was way too harsh. But I'm interested in the raspberry because raspberry is just not like a berry that I like. You know? Like it's not, like I just started getting into blueberries. It's just not one that I like. It was too harsh. The vinegar made it too harsh, but I'm interested in the raspberry for the brightening properties. I feel like raspberry is kind of like very understated. Like I feel like I don't really see it too much. Like I see it in flavors as far as like soda or something like that, or drinks, but I never really see it in skincare like that, unless it's emulating the color for like a blush or like something like that, like a lipstick. But its properties, particularly its brightening properties, and why is it considered brightening, and what's in there that makes it brightening. So raspberry will be something that I will be studying in the future. And this is from Cocoa Kind. You can get this at Target. Next we have Cocoa Kind Glow Essence with Sea Grape Caviar. There you go, sorry. I think I thought I had like the box of this. Oh, I do. Is this the box or is this? Yeah. No, it's not. Damn it. It's not. So I have this, and then I have this, which is the serum. I don't have the serum on me. But yeah, so they have the ingredients. The funny thing about this brand is that like the hero ingredients are like such a slim thing, and then the carrier is like 90% of the formula. You'd be like, hey, what the fuck? Like, why am I buying this? So essentially, the carriers were aloe vera juice, which is great for me. Water, which is okay. Vitamin C. It doesn't really have any like thing in it. So I would kind of want to know what Sea Grape Caviar is, but I know that's not really herbs if you're talking about caviar. So, like I think once this essence is done, because I bought a new one, once it's done, I'll go to something else. But you can try it. Always try it. It doesn't hurt. Next, this Fresh Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. So I am very late to the essence kind of vibe party, mainly because I thought it was just a bunch of bullshit. And I've tried like the snail mucin or whatever. Like I don't know, I kind of find the K-beauty, like I know people like rave about K-beauty, but maybe I just never found the products that I was interested in, because essences is kind of something that came through K-beauty, Korean beauty. I'm gonna turn this down because I feel like it's just like so loud in comparison. But yeah, so I wasn't interested in any of the ingredients in here, and I don't even know if I have the codeine hell if I find it. Codeine hell came. There's nothing on here that I think that I was like really drawn to. No, not really. Now I would say, if you want to see it, I will say that while I'm not interested in studying rose, I would like to study the different forms of rose, just to see. I would be interested in doing more love work, love spells. I know that once I finish the Damiana, I was supposed to work with rose in the summertime, and I just like never got around to it. I just stayed bitter. But yeah, like it just I never got around to it, you know. And so those are done. There was something else that I did. Ah, there we go. I was like gonna miss one. The Pacifica Vegan Collagen Hydrating Milk Tonic. I can't really show you any ingredients with this one. Orange flower. I enjoyed it. I don't really want to buy it anymore, but yeah. Someone look the ingredients up. I'm sorry that some of these I don't have ingredients for, because I've thrown the packaging away at some point, but yeah, I like to explore more in this line, but just not this product. The orange I liked. It just, you know, it was just one of those things. Just try it. Let's see. Oh, a lot of these come in glass, so if you're not someone who's like careful with glass, I would not recommend using them. Just because, you know. And then last but not least, I think as far as serums and stuff goes, would be these Heritage Store flower waters. So I'm not a, like, I can use rose water. I did feel like the lavender flower water just worked a lot better for me. I liked it a little bit more. Heritage Store is just one of those brands that kind of like, you find at health food stores and they're kind of like interesting. They have a bunch of different products if you're ever interested in them, but yeah. So there's that. I bought a bunch of these and I loved them. The only reason why I got the rose is because the rose is like a larger size, and I'm like, I like the lavender. You could kind of use it. They aromatherapy mist, body splash, relaxing aroma. Now, I wouldn't necessarily use lavender as a body spray, just because you tend to use it at nighttime and you tend to use it for sleep. But again, I love lavender. I think that it's really good for some people. I know that a lot of people suffer from like sleep deprivation or insomnia, and I know that lavender can help with that. Another one, because sometimes I don't sleep so well, I want to look into is valerian root, because I know that that one also has been used in for sleep. And I've also read like period dramas, like period novels, where like valerian was kind of used in that as like a kind of like a sedative aphrodisiac kind of thing. So again, with the love theme, I would like to explore that. We can go to like moisturizers, I guess. Different creams, moisturizers. There's like quite a few, quite a few of these hoes out here hanging around. And I'll just do ice creams. Like different. Oh, before I go, rose water, witch hazel and rose, Burt's Bees. I like Burt's Bees. I'm not a witch hazel person. Now, I know that it's kind of astringent. It wasn't that harsh with this formula. I think the rose may have softened it just a bit, but you know, it is what it is. So hopefully you can see that and you can make the decision on your own. But yeah, calming toner. I really, you know, enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't necessarily my favorite. Again, I'm not a witch hazel person. I wouldn't do witch hazel straight on my skin. It's too irritating. I don't know, it's some sort of, it produces salicylic acid, if I'm not mistaken, and salicylic acid, when I've tried in other formulas, has not worked for my skin as far as helping with any sort of like acne or issues. It just makes it worse. And I come to the conclusion that I'm not necessarily a big acids person, as in putting peels on and stuff like that, but that maybe I could get away with like a cleanser that has some sort of acid in there, but that I kind of immediately wash off. And another thing is, I learned that I'm not a exfoliant kind of person, like a physical exfoliant kind of person. And like I said, as you get into skincare and stuff like that, you kind of learn what ingredients you do and you don't like. And witch hazel, well, I know that's a common thing to study. I don't know how plentiful it is in North America, but I do believe that it would be something that would be easily findable in North America as opposed to maybe other regions of the world. But it just never did anything for me, you know? So, yeah. Burt's Bees, though. Oh, there's another toner. Coconut water from Andalou Naturals. So this was coconut water firming toner. I'm not a coconut person. I don't like coconut milk. I don't like coconut water. I don't like coconut oil like that. Like, so I don't understand what the fuck I was thinking about this. None of the other ingredients stick out to me. I do know that there's probably a bunch of essential oils on here. There's nothing on the bottle that I can give as far as ingredients, but you can look it up. If you're someone who's interested in coconut, if you're interested in more, I don't know. If you're interested in like coconut, I think that would be I think actually coconut would be a really interesting thing to study as far as like herbalism or plant or tree or whatever we're calling it. What is a coconut? What is it classified as? It's not like a berry, it's not a nut, it's not, what is it considered? I have no idea. Like, I've never studied it that much. You can tell that I'm just like not fond of it. I don't even like coconut shavings. Like, that shit is disgusting to me. You can tell I did not grow up in any tropical area because I fucking hate coconut. It's like the smell, the taste. Okay, this is too much. All right. Next, moisturizers. Let's get it. Heritage once again. Aura Glow Gel Cream. I don't have the backing to this. I felt like I was more interested in it because it had the citrus. And I think these, if you were interested, yes, okay, that's what it said. I knew it was infused with some sort of gem stone. Like, it was supposed to be infused or something like that. Like, yeah. It was okay. Aura Glow. I think I was just drawn to like the fact that it's more citrusy. It's supposed to waken you up and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't really speak on that too much. Next, we have Pacifica Crystal Youth Gem Infused Face Lotion. I don't know what we're doing with infusions. Like, do they work? Does anybody know if they work? Because I don't know. I kind of feel like infusions are like questionable because, like, how are you infusing it? Like, are you that was definitely the fridge. Are you infusing, like, I don't know, like, are you infusing, like, you running like the water over it, and then you're putting the water as the base of the product in your thing, and it's infused with the water properties? That would make more sense. Or are you like crushing this up like extra fine to put on my skin? Like, I don't know how that is, but that is something that I've seen, like, infused like crystal like products. I don't know if they work. I'm not a crystal person either. Like, there's a few that I'm interested in getting, but like, as far as being this person that has like 50 different crystals, I think I'm just like a basic bitch with it when it comes to crystals, and I'll just like stick with that. So this is Pacifica Crystal Youth Gem Infused Lotion with rose quartz, turmeric, watermelon. Watermelon has been something that is kind of brightening to me. Turmeric is something I would be interested in. I don't know if I would be interested in it, studying it in terms of skincare, but I definitely would be interested in studying it in terms of a natural dye, like for textiles, and for like pigment in that way. And it was another way. Oh, more digestive aid, Ayurvedic eating habit kind of things. I don't think I would be interested in it in skincare. I remember my like great aunt, one of her really close friends is like Indian, and I remember her friend had given her some skincare stuff, and she gave it to me, and it was okay for what it was. It was just very interesting that it was like this, like kind of like straight from India product. But turmeric, I would be interested in studying, and I would be interested in studying watermelon. And I guess an offshoot of all of this would be to study gem infused face products or products in general, because I don't get what the hype is about. So yeah, the two selling points would be the gem, the watermelon, and the turmeric, and that's it. Next we have Pacifica Cosmic Shield Hydration Lock Face Cream. hemp and avocado. I have not explored CBD like specifically, but I am into hemp as far as like it being like heavily formulated with that, right? Like this isn't saying that it has CBD or anything like that, or THC or whatever, you know, like whichever one, you know, because I know marijuana and hemp, like they have different hemp, right? But I would be interested in studying hemp. I would be. I'm interested in hemp as far as linens and textiles and where that'll take us in the future. That's like not necessarily related to this. Avocado, I'm not so interested in it. I think if you are more like Latin America, I feel like avocado would be like fucking sacred, particularly in Mexico, right? But that's just not where I'm going. But yeah. So those are done. It was an okay product. I didn't really like it. It sat on my face like a lot, and I felt like my skin just like like holds a lot of just shit. Like it just gets icky really fast. Sukin, I don't know, facial moisturizer. I don't even remember this product like that. Like I remember getting it and having it, but I don't remember it being an experience. Rosehip, nettle, vanilla. I'm not a vanilla person as far as like scents, perfume. If I ever smell that it's something that's like very vanilla-y, because usually vanilla when it's in perfumes, especially like perfumes that aren't, I don't want to say sophisticated, but like sophisticated, tend to lean on like the burnt sugar, sugary, overly sweet vanilla. And I think that turns me off of vanilla. And vanilla as a flavor for like food is like okay, you know. I like vanilla ice cream, but I also put a lot of cinnamon in it. So from here, what would I want to study? Sesame seed oil, burdock, horsetail nettle. They've kind of been carryovers. So I really wouldn't want to study anything because there's nothing in this that's been specifically like stand out. Ooh. There you go. I gotta cover the main star, which is me. Next we have this Art Natural Skincare Face and Neck Cream. I don't think any of this was special. I didn't even use this too much. It has sunflower seed, aloe vera juice, castor oil, cocoa seed butter, wild-crafted Resina propolis extract. That's another thing. I would like to study honey. Honey, like how it's made, what it consists of, why it's so nourishing to us, and use that for like, not necessarily honey jars, but like feeding the ancestors, things like that. I feel like honey is something that's really appreciated by ancestors. I know that when I was in a bind, I offered honey water and my bind got solved. So I would like to do that. But yeah, I don't know about this product. It's like full and it bloated and it's been expired for like a year, so we're just gonna toss that. Next we have Willetta, whatever, Skin Food Light Nourishing Cream. This was like icky on my skin personally, but this is the, I think I just don't necessarily need creams like that. Like, I don't know, unless they're like gel-y kind of. Yeah, I can just get away with like a toner and an oil, and that would make more sense to me than this. There's nothing really standing out too much. I mean, calendula, but I think I already mentioned that. Viola trichor extract. I've never heard of that. Recutita or Matricaria flower extract. You just sound like you're just doing a whole bunch of sciencey shit reading this, don't you? And that would be it essentially from this. I mean, it was okay. It was okay. Now we're gonna go to like cleansers, I guess. Cleansers. Anybody gonna do a cleanser? Cleansers, scrubs, eye creams, whatever. I did say eye creams last time, didn't I? But I like never got to it. Let's go into a part 2 for this. A part 2 of the part series. And then go from there, because this is 25 minutes long, so I just shudder to think what the fuck like it's gonna be as far as length. So yeah, let's wrap this part 3 up, skincare, and then we'll go back.